Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson here on the channel. So, as I have been going through my videos here on the channel, looking at my different playlists, trying to keep you guys engaged, I noticed it has been a while, about 6 months to be exact, since I have done a lesson about how to talk about different things. So when I was going through some articles and doing some daily reading, I came upon a headline that I thought would be great to make a video about and update some of my playlist videos. So I want to talk about this headline and teach you some new English words. And then after this brief lesson, let's have a little conversation and talk about some things. So let me show you the article that I came across in the New York Times. And it says, Gates pick unnerves an already jittery Justice Department and FBI. Wow, what a complex and I would say an intermediate type headline. I definitely would say this is not a beginner level. Notice Gates talking about a U.S. representative that Donald Trump has nominated. And notice it describes him as, or not necessarily him, but the Justice Department and the FBI as being unnerved and jittery. So what does that mean, to be unnerved or jittery? Okay, so let's talk about that. First of all, when we use the word unnerved, it means to make someone feel anxious, worried, someone that has lost confidence, someone that needs some encouragement because they have discomfort, or another word is apprehension. So you have some people in our country and abroad that are unnerved because Trump has won the election. And so they're describing Gates here as being someone that may not bring confidence to another group of people. Particularly, according to the headline, the Justice Department and FBI. They feel unnerved. Okay, so how could we use this in some sentences to better understand what it means as well as how to use it? So let's have some fun with this. Unnerved. I became completely unnerved when I traveled across the bridge that seemed to be very high, traveling over the ocean. Okay, so I was unnerved. You know, some people, when they drive or they travel, going over a bridge causes them to become unnerved. They think the car is going to go off of the ledge or off of the highway. I have a friend, and whenever we travel together, my wife's friend actually, she gets unnerved. When we went to San Francisco and we drove over the Golden Gate Bridge, she gets unnerved. Whenever we go over a bridge. So when my wife and I went to Denver last year, I took her to Colorado. What is it? I think it's called, I can't remember. I want to say Cool Springs, but that's not the name of it. And it's not Colorado Springs, but Pikes Peak. It's right outside of Denver, about 45 minutes. and it's a very high and popular mountain here in the United States. And we talked about her all the way up the mountain. We wish she was with us because she would have become unnerved as we drove to the top of the mountain. Let's see. Another way that you could use unnerved in a sentence, you might say, one of my students became completely unnerved when I asked him to give a speech in front of the class. Okay, so he became nervous, lost confidence, became someone that felt discomfort. Now, this other word is a funny sounding word, but a fun word, jittery. Notice the Justice Department and the FBI were jittery, nervous. Okay, could you imagine them say, "Oh man, what the president gonna do now?" So they begin to get jittery. It sounds like a G, but it's a J. They have the same sound, jittery. So when someone is jittery, they're unnerved, I guess you could say. They're nervous. I became jittery as I sat down to ride the roller coaster. Okay, I began to shake. I began to get afraid, fearful, nervous. It's when a person experiences or expresses stress. Okay, when I heard the dog barking and it seemed to get closer, I began to get jittery. Or you might say, ever since I drunk the Coca-Cola, which had caffeine, I began to get jittery. Or some people, when they take, what do you call it? Energy drinks, they get jittery. Okay, they start shaking. They start moving around. What are you so jittery for? What are you afraid of? Okay, let's see. Certain animals can appear jittery when they are frightened or excited. So some of the cats that I feed, that I talk to you guys about, that come by my house and I feed, some of them let me pet them, but then some of them get jittery. They freeze and look at me. I can tell their tail goes straight, their eyes get wide, they start to shake a little bit, they get jittery. Sometimes our electronic devices can be described as not working properly, or they get jittery. A computer, a cell phone. But usually we use jittery when we describe a person's muscle twitching or someone getting nervous. Okay. One slang term we use, man, you've got the jitters. That's how we say it. You've got the jitters. Man, I'm nervous. I'm afraid. I'm scared. So I thought this was a very uniquely worded headline, using two words that mean the same thing, unnerved and jittery, describing people that are apprehensive, anxious, or worried. So that's a quick lesson on how to talk about someone that's lost confidence or nervous. So that's going to be a quick lesson for today. Let me tell you something, guys. I have been very, very busy, but I hope just because I have been busy and I haven't made a video in I think 5 days, you know that's uncommon. I hope you guys have still been practicing. I want you guys to look in the comments. I have one of my students who has been going to my playlist and studying. It's almost been 50 days straight. So make sure you guys encourage him, because he says he really enjoys the lessons that I do, and to go well over a month every day practicing English. You guys give him a thumbs up, hand clap. You'll see him because he writes in the comments, day 28, day 29. You guys make sure you encourage him to keep going, keep studying, keep putting in the hard work. Now, I talked about this on my parlay with Jay channel. How would you guys feel if I did more videos like this, or I randomly popped up and did live videos randomly throughout the day, maybe throughout the week sometime, to just talk to you guys, have English conversations, maybe things that come to my mind, talk to you about story ideas, just to engage with one another when it comes to speaking English. Wouldn't it be great if I could have you guys call in and talk? That would be so fun. But I enjoy reading all the comments. I have been so busy these last few days, so I have pledged to make sure that I get back on my routine this week of putting out at least 2 to 3 videos. So I hope you have enjoyed today's quick lesson. It's actually a late lesson. As I'm recording, it's after 10 p.m. So let me know if this is the morning time for you where you are when you watch this, or is it the evening time? With that being said, I'm going to get out of here, and I hope you join me later this week for my next English lesson. I appreciate you guys. I am grateful for you guys, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson. And don't forget to let me know, what do you think about my idea of doing random live videos, maybe 7, 10 minutes, 15 minutes throughout the week, just to talk and converse? Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your evening.